No.
I just realized the YID video was released on 9/11.
Really? That's hilarious. There's no way. 3 years ago. Wait, oh, you mean the original one? What do you mean, April 2008? That would have been fucking heroic. Yeah, upload dates September 10th, 2022. It's September 11th. To my knowledge. YouTube wasn't a thing when 9/11 happened. YouTube was a thing when I was in elementary school in the later years. Oh, that was easy. Oh, shit. Your name in the top right. Change team. I'm gonna be red. How do I hide my cards? How is this gonna work if it's a dynamic table? New city is nice. Yeah, it looks nice. Yo, midget dick. That's not nice, dude. Yeah, I have to. Well, I don't have to. I don't have work in the morning. I don't have to be up in the morning, but I want to be up in the morning. That's fine. I don't care. Hurry up and choose green. Holy shit, we have bad ping. Well, yeah, we're gonna RNG for decks. I want the angel deck with that platinum angel. I've only really ever played like dark deck. Okay, how do I? Okay, it's mulligan. How the fuck do I use this? Uh, where's the deck? Okay, we're rolling for turns. I got a 2. I got a 1. 7. I honestly library. Okay, let's look at the library. No, there's nothing in the library. Where are the decks blind? Okay. Oh, so he just. Oh, okay, so he imports. Yeah, I got freaking 2. And blind hasn't rolled yet. Because blind hasn't joined the team. Is he even in here? One. Let me refresh myself on the rules. This is actually a pretty nifty game, honestly. We can play checkers in this. Do you have to manually draw on this? Or does it do it automatically? I'm probably going to forget that at some point. I'm at 41. Oh, shit. It's an easier way to do it. Wow, this game's fucking nifty, dude. You can do that. That's a set to 40 button. Oh, here are the decks. No, these are the land, actually. Oh, shit. How do you flip the table? Oh, they just come back. Okay, so that means over here. I should probably stop doing that then. Hey, look, it's me! We playing the game or like what are we doing? Just jerking off? Oh yeah, we're in the mountains. We're in the fuck? Oh, they could see the guy's feet beneath us. That's hilarious. Huh. That is I don't know why that broke. Maybe they put a limit on the amount of things you could say. Ah, it's up my sleeve. Okay, never mind. No, that one's shorter actually. No, I can't even hear it. Okay, menu, configuration. Wow, what a magnificent difference. Yeah, he's at home with his wife, having a nice steak. The hell is that? This is fucking. This is kind of a slow game. Not gonna lie. Nothing has happened really since I joined. Yeah, it's definitely a slow burn. What a shut your bitch ass up. Never gets old hearing that. The fuck does that say? Hebrew? Oh shit. Okay, you should remove. Oh god, I'm gonna get banned. Oh fuck, that's awesome actually. How do I type again? No, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna go over here. How do I erase things? I've already read it. I don't got ADHD, bro. My psychiatrist couldn't disprove ADHD, but that doesn't mean I have ADHD. He's also not gonna give me meds. I can tell. Decal. Nazi. Oh, I have to decal. I'm gonna say decal. I don't know decal. Decal. Oh, wait, what did that do? Can you guys see me? Holy shit, that's me. I don't know how the combat works for 1v1v1. I think you just attack with everyone and then they have the post combat main phase. The way they can defend. Oh, here it is, bro. What the fuck happened? Why did we change the table? I'm flipping this shit, dude. Delete. Oh shit. How do I delete this shit? Bro, what the fuck happened to the tape? Where the fuck are we? We're in some fucking trail? Nice, bro. Real nice. Oh my god, I did a second one. I can see him moving his hand up to the top of the board. See that? Fuck happened? Yeah, I could restart his retard. That's a good one, actually. I like that. Whoa. It doesn't, there's no table, bro. It just fucking fell. E. What does the E mean? Buzzy. Poker loading. Oh, well, that doesn't fucking work. What the fuck just happened? Let's check the blind. I feel like we should just start over because this is kind of fucked and there's no table. If anything flies off the cards, off the deck, then that happens. What the fuck is this? Okay. No, I don't have a white piece. Oh my god. I better not be white. Dude, I don't have any of the. It says it's failing to load. Let me check if my firewall is blocking it. I don't think I have a firewall. What do these chests do? 53 white. Oh, there's the decks. The decks are over here. Look, see, look, the decks are here. Whoops. Oh shit, yeah, they work. Oh, I'm going with red. Off to a good start with racism and swastikas. Racism is my fault. The swastikas are also my fault. What the hell is this? Google. I can't do it. I can't do it. Deck boxes. Okay, we'll just do this. I'll just make the color. And then we have small decks. There, we have decks now. Where's my dick? Fuck did that do? Oh, here it is. Goblin, a goblin deck. Nice, dude. That's not bad, dude. There was this dude in the hospital who wasn't even NCRMD. He was there because he was certified. And he apparently robbed a coffee shop is what he did. I don't know if I believe that, but... Anyway, he had these fucking massive decks of Magic. He used to play Magic, but he'd have like 150 cards in them. And we were like, bro. And every time he'd be like, oh, I got fucked on that card or something like that. Look, I'll play. You guys see this card? Goblin. Goblin. Minotaur. Oh, they're not. Well, no, there's a cards. Goblin's a card, isn't it? Well, that's very specific. How would you fucking find that shit in your token deck of 47? Look, bro. I'm trying to figure it out. You are Su Ming. What does this do if you are sheeting? Yeah, okay. Hentai. What? Why yo bitch ass not working, bruh? Hold on, let me just get the fuck out. Why is this not work anymore? Oh, yeah, go to images. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna look away before I get banned. This is just a fucking disastrous stream. I'm not opening up that. Could just say, do you think it's support videos? That'd be fucking epic. Tabletop Goon Simulator. I can't swing my sword. Yeah, see, sometimes it glitches. You can't click the links.
There is no
Holy
limitation.
shit, it actually works.
We won't challenge.
That's loud,
completely.
dude. Let's try that.
In the next gen.
Do you like my sword, sword, sword?
That's
my
impressive,
diamond
actually.
Sword, sword. You cannot afford, my diamond sword, sword. Even if you could, I have a patent. No one else can make a sword exactly in this manner, manner. Welcome to my manner, manner.
Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, bro. Oh, shit. Yeah, could you imagine? Dude, that would be sick. If I could watch my live stream in Tabletop Simulator, this stream is fucking great. That's hilarious. It even has the time right. It has the exact time. Almost, actually. It's 1 second behind. Actually, no, it's pretty much perfect. That's giggles, dude. Oh, oh, that's how you can do it. Okay, so. Okay, what can we do?
Hi, I'm Darcy Bits. Hi, I'm Darcy Bits, and I'm going to talk through how Tabletop Simulator can be used to play. Hi, I'm Darcy Bits, and I'm going to talk
Why
through
is it
how
reloading?
Tabletop Simulator can be used to play Magic the Gathering. This is also going to be a useful primer for any other game, really, but most of it is going to be keyed to specifically the functionality of my favorite Tabletop Simulator mod for running Magic the Gathering. I have no affiliation with the creator of the mod. It's just the one that I found, and it's really got everything I need, so I haven't looked for others. If you've never used Tabletop Simulator before, this is the main menu. You can either join a game or create a game. Create is going to be what lets us create our own server that other players can join, or we can just play on our own, moving things around. I'm just going to open up a single player one for the sake of illustration. This is what it's going to look like. You've got Classic,
Do we all need to
DLC,
download
Workshop,
this mod?
and Save and Load. Classic is the preloaded games. DLC is paid DLC, and then the Workshop is really where everything comes together. So we're going to go to Workshop, and these are the ones that I have subscribed to. It's the way that they word it in the game. So we're going to go up to this Browse, and it's going to bring us to the Steam menu where we can look through the Workshop. For us, we want to see the MTG Deluxe
Oh, there's text here.
table. Select table scripted. I don't know if that matters or not, and that's the first one there. If you just
Oh,
look
they're
for Magic
tokens.
the Gathering, you're gonna find a lot of other options. This one specifically is my recommendation by Malix. MTG Deluxe Table Scripted. Click on that and you can come down. I'm already subscribed, but you just click on that button and it will now be loaded into your workshop menu. Once it's in the menu, it will be at the first one, but if you keep subscribing to more things, it will shift down. So this is where mine is. You can also search up here to find it again. So we'll just do that. Loading into the table will take a bit of time. Anyone who joins the table by default is set to promoted, I think they'd call it, where they can copy and paste game objects and stuff, which is really useful in Magic if you want to make copies of tokens and stuff like that. This table, so it's set up with 4 placings. These are your health. You click on them to make them go up. You right click on them to make them go down. That's how you're going to track your health.
This is a
You can
shit
pull up
video
to
for
the
telling us how to get this to work.
notebook and go down to S help and info. This has all of the information about the book.
Leo's working hard.
Try always discreet underwear.
Its rapid dry core absorbs large gushes in seconds.
Love the blazer. Winners got it for like 60% less.
If that's
Ocean
for
Man.
winners,
Oh fuck. Oh word. Ocean Man. Oh, what? Did I do that? I might have done that. Why does it play ads on a fucking tabletop simulator? YouTube still does its YouTube Rewind?
Your name is Toon Sabu. Yeah. But you can call him Triple T, baby.
이 자리에 오신 여러분을 진심으로 환영합니다.
Ah. Ooh. A. A. A.
What the
Wait, I don't need the money.
Is that queso? Diddy.
Everybody, watch out!
Diddy just oiled up the floor! Please be careful when you...
PDD가 베이비 오일
The Wilhelm scream respect, bro, for that fucking meme though.
넘어가겠습니다. 이 게임은 4명의 플레이어로 구성된 팀으로 진행됩니다. 왼쪽 타워에 오를 팀을 추첨하겠습니다. 카이세나트, 드루스키, 빈슈스 주니어 그리고 조지 플로이드가 다음 팀과 맞붙게 됩니다.
Oh shit, what's up? No, I got shit going on tomorrow. Yeah, I can't play tomorrow, I don't think. It's like tongues to her. Yeah, she kinda does, eh? Yeah, so I'm going to my brother's house to see my mom and my brother, and I am tutoring from 7:30 to 9, so I'm not available. What time is it? It is 9 o'clock. So unless you want to do it after 9. I could cancel with my mom though, but I want to see her. Nothing. I'm not doing anything. Yeah. Tell me what workshop mod to install. Eugen these nuts. Ha! Look what the overview says. Oh, Saj. Well, that was a fail. I'm gonna join this random guy's Magic the Gathering game. Yeah, please do. This looks fun. All the lobbies are locked. Yeah, it's alright. Well, okay, I think because they was throwing errors for me like crazy. So I don't know if it's my fault because I didn't download the mod thing, or if it's your fault because you're in charge. Yeah, but did you have the mod, like workshop mod? Well, I think because it was giving me a lot of errors, so I don't know why. I don't think, you know. When did you guys play last? Okay, yeah, maybe it's just something outdated then. This is the Goyim theme tune. I had to recover that one because it was a broken ass sentence. This is the Jew, the Miami choir, the Miami boys. They're singing about Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Shame on the Goyim. Shame on the Goyim. I don't give a fuck. Corey Hansen. Western Cum. Shame on the Goya when the Goya comes to Magic Man empty-handed. This is definitely that song, dude.
All your fears were long before you were born. You've only just adopted them. They will never be yours. Muscle dangling off a piece of bone. The blossoming fat on me to wrap like a shanty on the storm. Sleeping with an angel, trying to keep my head. Feeling weak and fortunate, biologically dead. What if twins were two connections of a soul? Like Arnold and DeVito, one egg with two yolks.
Wait, what? This song by a Disney Star about fucking twins. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know that song either.
You said eyes in approximation faces, a ball of flesh, a sky of skin, a floor made of souls, right back here.
Okay, that was an interesting song. I don't really know what it was about because it wasn't about fucking twins. If only.
The skyscrapers causing vertigo. The countdown begins in Tokyo.
Your song was no, I didn't say it's about fucking twins. I just said it's fucking. I don't understand what it's about.
20 million ways to cope without you. I'm in a reckless fever, love-struck girl. I tease her, thought I'd never be her. Quite the job you've done on me, sir. You've been hosting parties.
That was wait. That was actually your song. It had 15K views. How did that like? It genuinely? That's not a judgmental statement either. It's just like kind of a shock, surprise even. I thought that was just a random song the YouTube thing found. The song that YouTube thing found. That was what you intended?
I can't wait another day to see you. How embarrassing to be.
Bro, I'm God. Never mind. A boot, by the way. It's not called a boot.
you've done on me, sir. You've been hosting parties. In my mind, I'm working overtime to have you in my world. Oh, what a curse it is to
Mate.
be in love.
Checkmate.
I wait by the phone like a high school movie. Dream at the shows you'll come running to me. Think I see you in the wings, but I'm hallucinating. What a reckless fever, love-struck girl.
LaVey. I don't know how to say this. I'm
Job you've done on me, sir. You've been hosting parties. In my mind, I'm working overtime. You've become my whole world. Oh, what a curse it is to be a lover girl.
Silver Lining LaVey. Is this on recently? Yeah, it's 1 year ago. That's recent enough. It's in fact 20 days. 20 days.
Staring into the abyss, drowning in red wine and sniffing cinnamon. We've been kissing on the playground,
Steel
acting
Panther.
like little kids, making dirty
You guys speak music on a whole other level, bro. I'm fucking Hick Nation. I'm a Hick.
So I propose.
Got a thick hick.
It's long overdue. When you go to hell, I'll go there with you too. And when we're punished for being
I'm gonna
so
get off so hard.
the silver linings, I'll be there.
Isn't it thematically? Always gonna be a hoe. Now it's about being gay. What's wrong with being gay? Nothing, bro. Nothing's wrong with being gay.
No one ever called.
Gayest guy on earth, my anal cunt.
What a
Good name.
miracle I found a darling. I met you at the worst time. Fell in love on a whim. Now we pirouette in fields of rosy sin. So I propose. It's long overdue. When you go to hell, I'll go there with you too. And when we're punished for being
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Gayest guy on earth? Oh, maybe it's this song. What a fucking shock that would be.
Moving on, there are over 1.5 million diagnosed paranoid schizophrenics living in America today.
Finish Vandal Shud. I thought you said Shud there. You guys want to do the Vandal? No, ice cream. Can't. Clown.
linings, I'll be there with you.
It does sound like a modern beat. Yeah, it's probably the Beatles. Should I search up the Beatles? Beatles, Hard Day's Night, Yellow Submarine, Paperback Writer. Ringo Starr. I know who you're talking about. Alright, yeah, we can skip. This is like Sugar Hill Gang, but not. Hallelujah! Straight to God. Here it is. Futurama theme. I don't think so. That's a fucking dream shot. There's no way it's Futurama theme because it doesn't come in music, brother. Aretha Franklin. I say a little prayer. I think it's I say a little prayer, but I could be wrong. I think I got it. Look at that. 4%er. Fuck me. Replay. Am I not logged in? Oh, yeah, I'm not logged in. Wait, what? Oh, you already did it. So what are we doing? Wait, did you do all of them, Buzzy? Almost, yeah. Oh, fuck. Country is gonna take it down by like half. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry, but I don't know if I want to eat. Distressing Curta rape. Country's hard. No, country's not hard. It's just nobody knows what the fuck they're saying. Okay, hold on. What do you mean you can't hear it? It's fucking loud as shit. It's not time after time, no. I know that much. Time after time. Too fast. I would know, bro. Time After Time is one of my favorite songs. Hold on. ABBA. Pretend to change. Cyndi Lauper. Okay. Pretenders Chain Gang. The Breeders Cannonball. Chain Gang. You guys remember when we had that unrelated search and then we clicked on it and it was it anyway? Like, how the fuck did that even happen? That was the highlight of my freaking time here. Oh, what did you say? Well, there was no Pretenders Chain Gang, and there was no Chain Gang. What do you want me to search? Chain Gang and just prick randomly? What? Where? Oh, okay. Do you want to try it? Oh shit, it is actually time after time. Holy fucking Christ. What a shock. Yeah, he's shit upset right now. That's funny as fuck. This is Foo Fighters. Yeah, he's whistling. I can't whistle, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Danny, California. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've heard this song before. Bro. Skip, Fuzzy. Bro, it's literally loud as fuck in my ears. It can't go louder than that. hold on. Alright. Right up your alley, you two. Soundgarden. Spoonman. Fell on black gays. Nothing wrong with being gay. What do you mean, bro? You said you were going to 9:30, bro. I have to step in here and be the mediator here. Do you want to do another one? Don't be a narc. Boston more than a few. What do you got? Is that not loud for you? wide open.
Skip.
no, it's just like it's not even the same. Like, it's not even similar. Disturbed. Yeah, it could be Disturbed actually. I know all about music, so I know that. I can call that. It's not Disturbed. Disturbia though. It could be. Oops. Alright, bro. That's fucking ridiculous amount. Yeah, it does kind of sound like Castle Crashers. Lady Gaga. Poker Face or what? Bad Romance. Oh. Maybe because it's loud as fuck. My ears are fucking numb.
Here at the scene of crime, what appears to be a mass homicide. Police are on the search for two women said to be fleeing the scene of the crime.
Soon. She's home. Beyonce almost ruins every song. This is gonna be something I shouldn't open on stream. What's your problem? They leave their phones. I don't really get this. What's libertarian? Don't touch my stuff. Robin or whatever. I don't know. Kill boys and immigrants with sledgehammers. Good night, Blind. Good night, Blind. It was nice having you here. It's nice. It was the sporadic visit. Wait, what? Okay, I don't really get that, but I get the libertarianism. We don't like it there. That's a term that Americans use. I don't really know what it means. Oh, they use it in Argentina as well. What's with this poisoning thing? Metacyanide, Fex M3, Tiberium. Tiberium, brother. Tiberius. Wow, this fucker taking a lot of poison to get down.
I knew you'd take all my honey, you selfish mother.
Tiberius. This is after Augustus. I don't know anything about the Roman emperors. I just know Augustus, Julius, Nero, Constantine, and a few other ones. Marcus Aurelius. And Courage the cowardly dog of the emperor. Ah, that was in the 66 AD, where they fucking destroyed Jerusalem. They murdered everybody, man, woman, and child. That was Hadrian, eh? Wait, what?
We did it, honeybee.
Now let's go far, far away.
There was actually multiple sackings of
You
Jerusalem.
promise we'll never come back? I promise.
Oh, he wasn't emperor yet. Yeah, they had a lot of messiahs during that time, apparently. Yeah, with the zealots crew, they had started freaking murdering people. Yeah, they killed a lot of people. My food is almost here. I'm fucking spending money up the wazoo, brother. Wazoo. Jewish Roman War. They fucking killed the shit out of the Jews, dude. I know I'm fat. It's because the meds, I think. I usually can't justify spending money, and it's actually hard for me to justify spending money on food. But I also have no fucking food here. Except for some onions, and I can make it into a curry, but the knife drawer is locked. I legit have like no nothing. You guys want to watch this 3.5 hour video about collecting every Daedric artifact? It's only 3.5 hours. We can watch it in one sitting. Let's check what Clavicular is doing. Because my feed is apparently dedicated to I got hungry though. Because I fucked up. Oh no, I am hungry now. I got hungry. I ate like half of my ribs. Yeah, the metformin is not working anymore. Actually, no, the metformin works fine. I just need to like focus myself to lose weight. You were bigger before in that other pick. Which other pick? Oh, fuck. Oh, I know. I was huge because I didn't work out, and well, I haven't worked out for like fucking 5 months, but I also, I was on the max security unit called A2, and basically you're not allowed fuck all. You're not even allowed your own clothing, and what the fuck was I gonna say? Gross. And there's nothing you can do except buy food on the weekends. You could so it's just something. It's like prison mentality. You just have something to look forward to, and that's what you do. Because it's fuck all to do in there. This is me right now. What is Planned Parenthood? Try Gawk for free if you pay. I'm not. Oh yeah. How does he get his fertility back? Just because he stops doing steroids? What does he want to impregnate a girl just for shits and giggles? Stop doing drugs.
Come over here, Brendan. The rest of you take laps. Remember the hospital thing. Brendan, I know something's going on.
Nothing is going on, Coach McGurk.
Hey, I said something's going on. Now let me tell you a story. All right? About me. I once went astray myself.
I'm not astray.
Shut up and listen, Brendan.
Okay.
And learn.
Okay.
All right, when I was in college, I went through some weird times.
I didn't know you went to college.
A couple days I did. All right? And I ran with a gang. My gang was called the Feel Goods. It wasn't the toughest gang in the world. It was more like running with the cast of a Broadway musical. Very annoying. A lot of freaky interpretive dance stuff, beads, makeup. In other words, drugs, Brendan.
Coach McGurk, I am not doing drugs.
You a member of the Feel Goods, Brendan?
Am I?
Huh?
No.
Is that it?
What?
Denial is the first sign that you got a problem, Brendan.
No, it's not. Denial is the first sign that I don't
true.
have a problem. That's why I'm denying it.
It doesn't work that way, Brendan. You can't fool me with your logic. If you're denying doing it, that means you're doing it.
You mean like, he who smelt it, dealt it?
I don't know from poetry, Brendan. If you're doing drugs, you're doing drugs, and that's bad.
But I'm not doing anything.
Well, you're doing this.
She just lied.
Mr. Freckles again?
Yeah, hey. He who's late cleans Mr. Freckles' crap. All right, bring it in. Brendan.
Yeah.
Druggy. Tie up Mr. Freckles and get out on the field.
Druggy.
All right. Before you go home, everybody listen up.
Yeah, I beat the
Soccer's
Witcher
a
3. I
hard
beat all 3
game,
Witchers. It's one of my
life is a
favorite game
harder game.
trilogies.
Sometimes
I'll be right back. How does he do that? Does he just stop working out, or like how does that happen?
People do things and take the shortcut, try and make life easier. Brendan Small is a drug addict. This is your intervention, Brendan.
Are you out of your mind?
All right, kids, take over. I don't exactly know how these things go, so you guys handle it. Let's get him back on track. Everybody intervene.
Intervene, go ahead.
Brendan should stop doing drugs, right? Everybody?
Look...
What are you staring at me for? All right, you know what? Intervention over. Brendan, get off the drugs.
Look, of all the ridiculous harebrained... I haven't been sleeping well, okay?
I don't get this.
No, but
you know what? I don't get
What
this.
don't you get? What?
I try and do an intervention. No one believes me. Brendan, drugs are not the issue here.
What?
All right? Leadership is the issue. Think it was easy for me to do an intervention?
No.
I read a pamphlet last night, Brendan.
Yeah.
It didn't go so well, did it?
No.
So who has egg on their face, Brendan or Coach McGurk? Coach McGurk.
Yeah, you. I mean, you do look
The
like...
point is, Brendan, I want to get the kids motivated.
That's...
All right, so I said you had a little drug problem.
I don't believe this.
You know what? Forget it. I mean, just forget it. It's too late now. Go clean up Mr. Freckles' crap.
This restaurant really skimped the meat. Yeah, my cycle, I don't depend on it either, because I'm not actually doing steroids.
Thing is, Brendan, a lot of guys become fathers, and they don't know the first thing about being a father. No, you don't. Janine, do not stand there. You have to run. Soccer is a game of running. For a game of standing around, as you seem to think it is, we wouldn't need shoes. We would just wear socks or go barefoot.
Coach McGurk, are you all right?
I'm fine, Brendan. Thank you for asking. Look, Brendan.
Never Jermon's
Have
got you
ever
buzzing.
watched Minefield on YouTube?
No, but I would like to watch it, Michael.
Okay, so Minefield has a theme song that I'd love for you to listen to see if you can play it for me on the piano.
I would like to listen to it, Michael.
All right, just load this up here. Oh, hello. This is a tray of brains. Cow brains. Here is a sagittal slice I prepared earlier. Now imagine that this is my brain. Just looking at it, it would be impossible to know what part does what, or that different parts did different things at all. But if you change specific parts of your brain, you can often affect specific functions. So if this was my brain, that would be pretty bad. I would almost certainly have just become cortically blind. Of course, scientists can't go cutting and poking and stabbing people's brains to see how it affects their behavior. But they can study the behavior and abilities of people whose brains are different from neurotypical brains.
For instance, in rare cases, people whose eyes function normally but who are blind due to damage to their visual cortex may experience the neurological phenomenon of blind sight, which allows them to sense and respond to objects they cannot see. Due to a brain injury, this patient is consciously blind on his right side. But while he sees nothing in his right field of vision, he is able to sense the presence and motion of an object he cannot see.
You're moving it up and down. I'm aware of a motion, but that motion has no shape, no color, no depth, no form, no contrast.
Blind sight is possible because besides the visual cortex, which is associated with conscious vision, there are other brain areas that get information from the eyes unconsciously. We have learned about this unconscious vision we all have because of blind sight. The study of divergent minds has revolutionized our understanding of the brain in ways that would not have been possible otherwise. People who differ from the norm expose elements of all our minds that we didn't even know were there. One very special divergent mind is that of Derek Paravicini.
Okay, you're going to count 100 by the way.
Yeah. One, two, three.
Derek is both blind and autistic. He's also a musical savant.
Now for the live music you were promised.
Meaning, despite severe cognitive and social impairments, his musical ability is far greater than what would be considered normal. And tonight, he's performing at the release party for his latest album. Derek possesses an incredible gift. He's performed all over the world and has become a symbol of success for other autistic individuals. Later, we'll take a deeper look into Derek's unique mind.
Thank you.
Okay.
150 years ago, scientists still didn't know if different parts of the brain did different things. It was only by studying people with atypical minds that we discovered that there are different modules in the brain that have different functions. The first major discovery showing that the brain had these specialized modules was made by a doctor named Paul Broca in the 1800s. Broca had heard of a patient who had no problem understanding language, but who struggled to produce language. The only thing the patient could say was the sound ton, over and over. He would say ton, 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 ton. When the patient died, Broca performed an autopsy on him and found that the patient's brain had damage to a specific part of its left hemisphere. Broca concluded that this brain region, now called Broca's area, must be important for producing speech, but not for understanding speech. This language deficit, called Broca's aphasia, still affects hundreds of thousands of people who get strokes in the left side of their brain. A patient with Broca's aphasia can talk, but struggles to get the words out.
So what's your name?
Scott. Oh, no. Sarah Scott.
That's right. And how old are you?
Old enough.
I can't.
Try.
I can't.
Another part of the brain related to speech is Wernicke's area, which is associated with language comprehension. Patients who damage this region can speak fluently, but are unable to understand language or use it in a meaningful way.
Wait, what?
What were we just
I said old enough. Oh, this guy's a good one.
doing with the iPad?
This guy's fluent aphasia.
Right at the moment, they don't
What
shut
question?
down.
What do you mean who? Who these knows?
With the iPad that we were doing. We, like, here?
I'd like my change for me and change hands for me. It was
Done.
happy.
Done with
I
it.
talk with Donna sometimes. We're out with them. Other people are working with them. I'm very happy with them.
These remarkable individuals have taught us a lot about the neural basis of language, but it can be tricky to infer the functions of different brain areas based only on specific patients. That's because damage is almost never confined to one spot, and the brain can reorganize itself after it's been damaged. So, to get a more precise picture of how changing the brain affects behavior and function, I went to UCLA to have my brain damaged. But not permanently. I'm not gonna have a piece of my brain removed and thrown away. Instead, I'm going to have part of my brain tissue temporarily and safely disrupted by a technology called transcranial magnetic stimulation. Here I go. Usually I start by saying, I'm glad to be here. I'm medium to be here. I'm a little anxious about what's about to happen. Today, you're going to be giving me a brain lesion, temporarily, so I should cease to be able to produce words.
Right.
That actually just sounds very frightening. I like to be in control, especially of myself. Should I be worried?
You shouldn't be worried because these kinds of stimulation that we do with TMS are not as dramatic as a brain lesion, and so sometimes they may even fail.
Transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS for short, applies a strong
TMS for
magnetic
short.
pulse to
My name
one
was
part
good,
of the
actually.
brain, such as Broca's area. This briefly disrupts electric function in the part of the brain that is
It's kind of
stimulated.
confusing, but you know.
It's like causing temporary brain damage. But as soon as the pulse is over, functioning goes back to normal. While it's not guaranteed
your
that
day?
TMS will affect my ability to speak, Dr. Jacoboni has successfully stimulated Broca's aphasia on other test subjects.
Transcranial magnetic stimulation to see what happens when searching the tradition of studying individuals.
Now it was time to have my speech disrupted. But to stimulate my Broca's area, first we had to find it using an MRI scan of my brain.
Hopefully we'll be able to find Broca's area and shut me up.
Odd wish.
So it's going to feel a little bit like
That's
somebody
good.
tapping
Good, that's
on your
good.
scalp. And you might feel some superficial muscle stimulation. So this will probably be a little
Wow.
bit uncomfortable. It might be a lot uncomfortable. If it becomes too much, just say the word stop and we'll stop.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull out the first chapter of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I'll just start reading and you guys will start stimulating my Broca's area. "My dear Mr. Bennet," said his lady to him one day, "have you heard that Netherfield Park is let at last?" Mr. Bennet replied that he had not. "But it is," returned she, "for Mrs. Long has just been here, and she told me all about it." Mr. Bennet made no answer. "Do you not want to know who has taken it?" cried his wife impatiently. "You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it. This was invitation enough."
We tried a couple of times, but my Broca's
That's
area
awesome, bro.
seemed to be playing hard to get, so we repositioned the machine.
New trajectory. Enter. Okay, great.
You and the girls may go, or you may send them by themselves, which perhaps will be better still, for as you are as handsome as any of them, Mr. Bingley may like you the best of the party. When a woman has 5 grown-up daughters...
After several more attempts, we were still unsuccessful at finding my Broca's area and disrupting my speech.
Its solace was visiting and news.
All right, we didn't do it.
I beat it.
I think that Jane Austen's literature is completely impenetrable to TMS.
Yeah, no, you cannot stop her from being heard.
While neuromapping allows us to locate the many different areas of the brain is one of the most complex organs in our body, and not all brains respond to TMS in the same way. TMS didn't work on me this time, but different test subjects produce different results.
In essence, is find out what. Okay, that's probably
That's
good.
terrifying.
TMS is currently being evaluated to treat depression and certain types of brain damage. One day, it may even be used to
This
reduce
is
the
basically
effects of
lobotomy.
traumatic brain injury.
Except temporary.
I traveled to London to meet someone who is using his divergent mind in an extraordinary way.
Derek, it's Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Derek. How are you? Would you like to
I'm
come in,
fantastic.
Michael?
I would love to come in. Yes, it's an honor.
I wanted to find out what Derek could teach us about all brains.
So Derek, I'm doing a show called Mindfield about psychology. Do you know psychology?
I do know psychology.
Your brain is different than mine. Would you agree?
I would agree, Michael. Different than my brain, yes.
Yes.
It became evident very quickly that this was going to be an atypical interview.
I'm sure you hear all the time about how spectacular your abilities are. Were you told that even at a young age when you first started to interact with a piano?
I was told at a young age.
This guy's autistic, so he can't really see facial expressions.
When I first started to interact with a piano.
Derek has echolalia, a condition which causes him to repeat back words spoken to him. It's his way of trying to understand the spoken word.
You can learn music just by listening to it.
I can learn music by listening to it, Michael.
But while Derek may find spoken language challenging, he has no problem communicating through music. There are about 7 million autistic savants worldwide with some level of savant skills, but Derek is what's known as a prodigious savant, which means that his musical skills are so outstanding that they would be considered spectacular even for highly trained neurotypical musicians. There are probably fewer than 100 prodigious savants in the whole world.
Derek Parvicini has a musicality that I think any performer would envy. What sort of music do you really love, Derek?
Maybe pop music or...
Jazz, Derek?
Bit of jazz,
Bit of
yeah.
Since he was 5 years old, Derek has been mentored by Adam Ockelford.
Through the door. Well done, Derek.
Adam is a music psychologist, author, and professor at the University of Roehampton.
That's your right hand. You do your left hand.
Yeah.
Go on. Derek was born very premature, 26 weeks, which 38 years ago was very, very premature. And they didn't have any equipment in the hospital for him. So they rushed him to the nearest hospital that had an incubator. And Derek wasn't thought able to survive, and yet he did. He's such a fighter. Because of the circumstances of his birth and the impact of blindness and learning difficulties, his brain developed in a particular kind of way. As a little boy, he was very fascinated by sound, not being able to see. And his nanny gave him this little electric organ. And that was like a eureka moment for him and the beginnings of his music processing ability. So things like language, things like perhaps understanding how people feel, these things are very difficult for Derek. And yet his music is way above average. Derek's got an amazingly quick ear, haven't you, Derek? So
I have, yes.
If I go like... Oh. Oh. You can process
Wow,
that amazingly
it's like
quickly.
automatic.
Yeah.
That's impressive, Derek.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, no, the response to pitch that you make, Derek, is incredibly fast. We've measured the time between playing even a big chord, say like this one. And Derek can listen and react to an 8-note chord within about 0.4 of a second.
Wow.
Derek's sense of pitch is very unusual.
It's also known as perfect.
It is perfect. Something like 40% of babies born premature who lose their sight have perfect pitch, as opposed to about 1 in 10,000 in the neurotypical population. So you can see that the impact of not being able to see has a massive effect on the way the brain develops.
And how does autism play into this?
Well, autism is an added factor. Autism starts at very early in life, we know that. And in Derek's case, of course, when he came out of the incubator. And what autism tends to do is to give children this immense focus on the sheer quality of things, whether it's a sound or a colour or a scent. That's a quality that we all have as babies, that we experience the world in this sheer perception. Now, most babies very quickly come out of that. By 12, 18 months, they're starting to categorise things just to make sense of the amount of information that's coming in.
So you're born and your body is like consuming all of this sense data raw.
Yeah.
And then it learns that's crazy. We don't need to process every little detail. We only need to understand what's important or relevant. And that's enough.
Yeah, it's called categorical perception, and that is a much more efficient way of processing information. And of course, that's why the brain does it. But autistic children, they hang on to those absolute qualities for longer. For people like Derek, he's not only got those fantastically vivid absolute memories, he's also learned the rules of music, but it's built on this foundation of perceptual vividness that we can only grasp at.
While most people would find it impossible to identify all of the individual notes in a 10 or 20-note chord, Derek is able to do this with ease, which means he can decipher more notes than he can play at once with 2 hands.
So we could do that.
Actually, I have hands. We could combine.
Yes. So, right, so if you play those 2 notes with that hand.
Yep.
And those 2 with that hand. And we'll count 4, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. There you are.
What was all the fiddling?
Well, the fiddling was to make it, because he couldn't reach them all at the same time.
Right.
He was just splitting it up.
But they were all in there. He just couldn't all play them at once.
But as amazing as his musical ear is, Derek's cognitive abilities are less than rudimentary.
Derek, shall we do some more chords?
We'll do some more chords, Adam.
So can you play
Yes,
Adam. This for me? Ready? Good. And do you know how many notes there are, Derek?
I'm not sure.
Have a guess. How many do you think?
Is it 1?
Yeah, a bit more than 1. So there's 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, weren't there?
There's
Right.
6, Adam.
Good. Now try this one then, Derek. Ready?
Is it 1 note, Adam?
No, there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It
Yeah.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Adam.
Tell me more about how limited Derek's everyday abilities are.
Derek finds almost everything that you or I do without thinking really difficult. So self-care, things like getting dressed, getting washed in the morning are tricky for him. So all those things that we take for granted, he finds really difficult.
Derek?
Yes?
We'll have to clean your mouth.
Could you clean my mouth now, Cynthia?
Yes. Can you come to the sink?
I can come to the sink.
And in fact, 38 years on, we're saying, well, does it really matter if Derek can't put his socks on himself? You know, there are other things in life. And yet, when he touches the piano, everything's reversed. So things that we would find inconceivably difficult, Derek does it as easy as breathing. And if you ask him, Derek, how do you do that? He has no idea, any more than you or I understand how we breathe or how we speak. Or it's purely intuitive. Yay, doubles. Oh, shit.
In addition to entertaining people with his remarkable abilities, Derek offers valuable insight to scientists who study the mind.
What do you think Derek is helping us learn about this thing in our head?
I think what Derek's example tells us is the almost infinite capacity of the human brain to not only survive, but thrive in incredibly difficult circumstances. And Derek's potential really is no different from anyone else's. There's no one in his family who were particularly musical. So in a sense, you could say that we all have Derek's potential when we're born. But fortunately, of course, we don't have his disadvantages. And what
The
gave
fuck's
Derek
going
his
on?
massive
Crash with the Rays.
advantage is at the cost of his disadvantages.
Buzzy with the days. I'm in a maze.
Autism still isn't well understood. One of many theories for the cause of autistic people's heightened sensory awareness is that it's at least partially due to an abnormality in the brain's left hemisphere, permitting a vast amount of sensory details to enter the brain's awareness. Neurotypical brains may receive all the same sensory details, but block them from awareness.
Displaced.
In fact, some psychologists have even proposed that all of us have savant skills lying dormant in our brains. And they may be onto something, because in extraordinarily rare cases, people can actually acquire
Wait, how many raises have you gotten, Crazy Ninja?
savant skills. A very small number of people have what is called acquired savant syndrome. These are people who suffered some sort of brain damage as adults, and their brain damage actually unlocked skills and abilities that weren't there before. Jason Paget is one such acquired savant. After a brain injury left him with damage to his visual cortex, Jason started seeing precise geometric patterns in everything around him, which led to an intuitive perception of math and physics that he never had before. How did you get a brain injury?
So I was at a karaoke bar, and as we left, these two guys that were in there singing attacked me from behind. They smashed me in the back of the head. I just heard this deep thud, saw a little puff of white light, which I later found out was my brain bouncing on the inside of my skull. I didn't know where I was, how I got there, why I was being attacked.
So now you have a kinetopsia, meaning you see the world now in frames. What does that mean?
In discrete picture frames. When I say discretely, I mean seeing one picture and another picture. So imagine like anybody watching TV right now, they can hit pause and pause again and see the picture frame by frame by frame. It's just like that, but in real
Yeah.
time. It also
No, we
makes
gotta
everything look
believe.
slightly pixelated. So boundaries of objects don't look curved like smooth curves anymore. They look like they have these tiny little straight line edges.
Are you seeing me that way right now?
Yes. So like if you're not moving, it's more like a picture on a picture on a picture. So it's not nearly as profound. But when something moves like this,
He's
then
making
it's
it
much
up.
more profound.
So after the injury, you have all these perceptual changes. What makes you decide that you need to start drawing?
So at the time, I had no way to describe what I was seeing in any terms except for to draw it. I started trying to define things with triangles and straight lines. Geometry is, to me, is the one thing everything has. Even nothing, empty space is geometry. It just seemed obvious. I mean, the universe is math.
Are these thoughts that you would have had before the injury?
No, not at all. Never even contemplated this type of stuff. And now
Make an
I can't
equation for the
stop
trees
thinking about
moving
it.
on the,
And I wound up going to
on
the
the-
mall.
on
So
the-
I'm
on
sitting
the
there
tree
eating a
in the wind.
sandwich and I'm drawing.
The leaves moving on
And
the
this
tree in
guy
the
next
wind.
to me says he's a physicist, and he goes, "It looks like you're doing some sort of math there." And I started telling him, you know, my ideas. And he said, "It sounds to me like you're trying to describe space-time and
More like
limits and
Barbican.
things that I didn't understand what he was talking about." He goes, "But you're doing it in layman terms, and I've never heard anybody try to do that before." It turns out it was integrals. What I was doing was integrals and calculus.
You're now pursuing an education in math.
Yes.
So would you say that you're still the same person who existed before the injury?
I got
or
him.
did you
Education in
become
math
a
was a complete
different
waste of time.
individual?
I feel like I've had two different lives. Before the injury, I didn't have any background in math. I didn't even have algebra. I didn't even know that you could graph a line. All I did was party and chase girls. It was a very shallow, you know, almost blissfully ignorant life.
Do you think that these abilities were always in your brain and got somehow unlocked by the injury, or did the injury
No, it doesn't work like
give
that.
you something new?
I 100% believe that we all have this in us. You know, people think that I got hit in the head and just magically got good at math, but a lot of it is your brain gets damaged and you're forced to see the world differently, and by seeing the world differently, it makes you think differently.
We can learn so much from divergent minds, whether it be someone like
This chef
Jason,
is
who
fucking
developed
the
his
plane
divergent
freak
mind
with
from an
spinning
accident
with
as an
fucking
adult.
chef.
Hello, Ashley.
Constant frequency.
How are you?
Or someone like Derek, whose divergence came from complications at birth.
One of Derek's great strengths is working with other disabled people and disabled
Oh,
children.
it's the
They
Quanta.
love
All
him.
right, yeah, it's Quanta. HF.
Beautiful, Ashley. Well done. Derek is a hero, particularly amongst the learning disabled. For anyone with severe learning difficulties, to have a public life, to travel all over the world, to meet hundreds of people, to have acclaim from millions of people on the internet, he's unique in that respect. He's a trailblazer, but we should never forget that he's part of a population that's much bigger and tends to be hidden away from society.
Derek raises important questions about the diversity of minds. Autistic minds, like all divergent minds, are not alien. They're human minds, and they provide windows into how we all think, feel, and behave. A complete brain science should be able to account for all kinds of minds and brains. As long as some minds remain a mystery, so too will all minds. And as always, thanks for watching.
Well, that's just what we got. Non-ironically. I play piano as good as this guy, eh?
You're a furry. Stop. I'm not a furry. Liking a werewolf doesn't make you a furry. Like, I don't know what you... So, okay, fine. I like vampires. What does that make me?
Vampire.
What does that make me? Gay. You're a furry.
Holy shit, that's funny. And just because I like vampires, what does that make me? Gay. Corporations can vote in Delaware? Where's Delaware? Like, what is it, a state? Oh, it's a state. Corporations. What does that mean, though? So just a legislative assembly type thing? Like they can vote for laws? And they can vote for passing the laws as well in the House of Commons?
And no spell making. In fact, there are only 2 spell
Why don't you look
merchants
at
on
this time?
Solstheim, and they don't sell much of anything useful. I'm playing on the OpenMW engine using the iHeart Vanilla mod list. It's mostly just a collection of bug fixes, graphical improvements, and quality of life tweaks, like hotkeys in the UI. Other than that, there's nothing incredibly game changing here. This challenge would be exactly the same in Vanilla Morrowind. It'd just look way uglier, and that's saying something.
What's your name?
Who am I, Jub?
Jub.
Why, I'm a
Jub
guy
2.
that's totally not a werewolf. While we travel to Kull to take the boat to Solstheim, let me explain my character build choices. If you've watched
Dark
my
Elf?
Tribunal from level 1 video, then you should
Lost
throw
it.
out all that explanation because this build couldn't be any more different. First of all, I'm choosing to be a teeny tiny wood elf, not just because of the boosted marksmanship and sneak levels, but because they can command beasts once per day for 600 seconds. Not every beast on Solstheim will be affected by this power, but some will, and that'll be more useful than you think. Guy that's totally not a werewolf is going to be an archer. There aren't very many good weapon choices for archers on Solstheim, but melee is super risky and scary. Our marksman level
Oh shit, what time? Wait.
is starting at 50, so our accuracy will be pretty good right out the gate. And we can improve it pretty fast really early on. You'll see. I'm also taking Sneak because maybe we can get some sneak attacks. Sneak is weird in Morrowind, so who knows. Athletics and Acrobatics because I'm going to be running and jumping a lot, and I'm going to be running and jumping away a lot. Illusion as a major skill will start me with 2 spells, 10% Chameleon and 10% Sanctuary. How useful will they be? I don't know, we'll find out. Minor skills, Mercantile and Speechcraft for bartering. Security because there are a lot of locked chests on Solstheim containing enchanted arrows and bolts. hand to hand because there's one quest that forces us to beat up a Solstheim native in aid of a foreign occupation, and restoration because what else? Maybe I should have taken a melee skill? Whatever. Speed and agility are my favorite attributes, so I can run faster and be a tiny bit more accurate. Stealth specialization to start with 10 more points in my stealth class skills like marksmanship or acrobatics, and finally I'm taking the warrior.
How do I
bird
close
sight. It
this?
adds a flat 10 points to attack, effectively increasing our accuracy by 10%. And this is added onto our accuracy calculation after factoring in fatigue. No fatigue or full fatigue, this will add 10% accuracy regardless. Ah, we've made it to Solstheim. Just breathe in that really cold air, but like when you breathe it in really hard, it hurts a little bit because it's way
Argonian,
colder
dude?
than
Kill
your
it.
lungs. Well, we just ran here, so we're huffing and puffing. Let's drop everything first. The overwhelming collection of loot I've accumulated on my travels through Vardenfell, we don't need it. We're here at Fort Frostmoth, and the soldiers here won't interact with us until we sort out their alcohol problem. The problem being they don't have any. There's some in the office of the fort priest, Antonius Nuncius, and we'll need some of it to get on the soldiers' good side. So let's steal it. Why does the priest keep this booze tucked away in a corner, like he's trying to hide it? We'll learn why soon enough. But the soldiers actually aren't that desperate because quest scripting demands them tell us to go see Captain Falx Carius, the guy running the fort, before we do anything. When we meet him, he tells us that the soldiers assigned to this fort have it rough. Fort Frostmoth isn't an easy place to be stationed, and sometimes the men can get a little on edge. Cold, wet, and miserable. The island ain't that great either, but Carius's troops never shirked their duties until now. They'd begrudgingly do what needed to be done, but it'd still get done. Now, morale couldn't get any lower. Because we're just some random schlub from the mainland, he figures we'll be able to glean a bit more info from the soldiers. I'm just a civvy after all. Taking a lesson from the old school RuneScape school of ingratiating myself to others, if I talk to soldiers with booze in my inventory, they'll smell it, like a bloodhound, which is a way more metal name for an animal that looks like it's melting. Oh, yeah, the guard will smell the...
What, bro? Argonians are fucking scum of the earth, dog. Argonians are literally like little fish fuckers. Like, you go to the pond, you don't know if a fucking Argonian is fucked in it. No, it's disgusting.
Flynn, so we can give it to him,
Fuck off.
and then he'll reveal that Fort Frostmoth is a dry fort. Comments on a previous video told me what dry means with respect to alcohol, so this means the fort is not sweet. Huh? Means there's no alcohol? Will these winos make up their damn mind? So it seems the captain banned liquor. When we confront the captain about it, he says he never officially banned it. He doesn't care that the men drink. It's the priest that has a problem with it. But the alcohol shipment stopped coming months ago for some reason, so banning alcohol didn't even matter. If we confront the priest, he also seems baffled that the captain would ban alcohol. And when we ask him about the shipments no longer arriving, he gets super defensive, like comically defensive. So he's definitely got something to do with it. Fortunately, Tamriel doesn't have legal protections against unwarranted searches of people's belongings, and even if it did, I'm never reading him above the law. Time to search his office once again. But let's just loot this crate out by the docks first. It's full of weapons that we can sell to Zeno Faustus, the fort's weapon master. I assume he's a weapon master. He sells weapons. His shop is just below the priest's office, so it's on the way. In the priest's office, there's a locked desk. I don't have a lockpick, but surely there must be a key hidden around here somewhere. It's pretty well hidden,
dude.
though,
How
and
do
it's
they
hard to grab
find
the damn
that?
thing, especially when you're so friggin' short. Got it. If we unlock his desk, it's full of booze. And there's 256 septums with my name on them. I'm not going to drink any of this booze, by the way. You could argue alcoholic drinks are just the products of culinary alchemy. A brewer's potion. I will give some of it to Zeno Faustus, however. We'll need his disposition higher for later, and we'll be doing a lot of bartering with him, so anything that tips the scales in my favor, even a little bit, is worthwhile. Before I leave, I'll buy an iron crossbow and some iron bolts. Crossbows will be my weapon of choice for this run, not because they're inherently better than bows, but because they don't have a damage range. The bolts do, but the range on bolts is much tighter than the range on regular bows. The further back you pull a bow, the higher the damage it'll do. Crossbows don't really have a variable draw distance, so its minimum and maximum damage is the same. The bolts do have variable damage. Steel does between 2 and 4 damage, for example. It's negligible, honestly. The appeal of crossbows is that you can fire them quickly without losing too much damage as a result. Upon returning to Antonius and confronting him about the booze we found in his desk, we have a choice to make. We can either report it to Carius, or we can keep his secret. I went with the latter because he'll give us a key to his cupboard that is filled, like just loaded, with tons of booze. We could possibly sell that if we're strapped for gold at some point. We'll keep that key in our back pocket for now. Now that we've got this introductory Solstheim quest completed, let's look into some more gear upgrades. So there's actually another shop on Solstheim, but it doesn't exist yet. The East Empire Company has a presence on the island, and naturally they want to set up a colony to strip the island of its natural resources. The leader of this branch of the company, Carnius Magius, lets us join the EEC, putting us on track to help develop the colony of Ravenrock. If you've played Skyrim's Dragonborn DLC, That name should sound familiar. This colony will eventually have a trader after a few quests, of course. So let's back burner the main quest of Solstheim for now, and do a bit of work for the EEC. The first quest for the company is to escort a few workers from the docks to the Raven Rock settlement site. The site's a bit northwest of the fort, so it's not super far. However, there is one thing I want to grab before I head off. I feel like everything up to this point has been, let's do this one thing, but first let's do this thing. This NPC outside the fort, Reinhardt Redspear, has something I want. How do we get it from him? It's a Huntsman crossbow. Although not deadly on its own, it is known to cause car accidents when it drops into someone's lap from under the sun visor. That's probably too subtle of a joke. Huntsman spiders are harmless on their own, but they sometimes cause car accidents because they like to take up residence in parked cars, and they'll scare drivers at inopportune times. This is apparently a thing in Australia. There are Huntsman spiders in other parts of the world, so it probably happens in those places too. The crossbow deals 25 damage, 5 more than the iron crossbow, a 25% increase. There's actually another Huntsman crossbow available on the island, but it's much more out of the way. It's easier just to kill a man. Gonna wear his armor too, so I'm not naked. The armor is unlikely to do anything.
Wait, what did you say about the Huntsman spiders?
My nipples are rigid. Huntsman spiders are harmless on their own, but they sometimes cause car accidents because they like to take up residence in parked cars, and they'll scare drivers at inopportune times. This is fine. Fellows need an escort. Solstheim is full of wild beasts, naked Nords, and Friesa hags, although they just seem like ladies with daggers. Something I'm confused about is how sneak attacks work in Morrowind. I know if you attack while undetected, you'll do extra damage, and you'll get a little pop-up. Oh yeah, get them boys. You get a little pop-up on the bottom of the screen saying you performed a critical strike. But sometimes if I attack from a distance while sneaking, the first hit will seem to do more damage than the next hit, but I don't get the pop-up. Do I need to be within sneak range of the target to get a sneak attack? Or can I sneak attack from far away with a bow? Oh, we got a straggler.
Great. Careful with that.
Oh, thanks for hitting me in the crossfire, dude.
Surrender your life.
What?
I will end your pain.
It seems the most dangerous creature on this island is man. Well, I guess he's technically a mer, but... You know those dinosaurs from Jurassic World that would attack anything marked with a laser pointer for some convoluted reason? It was in Morrowind first. It's a little different.
Yeah, I just... Oh!
Got a new hat and a
That would
dagger,
be sad,
which should sell
dude.
for quite a bit. Good job, guys. You too. When we make it here with the boys, Falco Galenus, the site manager, asks that we bring some ebony back to Carneus to prove to him and the colony's investors that Raven Rock is worth it. Oh, duh, bless you. We need 4 more pieces of ebony, and fortunately, there's some right nearby. How convenient. That's just how rich the island is. Time to exploit it. I ran out of bolts on the way back. Fortunately, wolves are easy to outrun. That's not survivalist advice, though. Don't try to outrun a wolf. They will catch you. I'm no outdoorsman, but I'm pretty sure wolves
They
got
won't
humans
if
beat
you
in
hate
the
you.
naked combat competition. Get guns involved and it's a different story. I mean, it's not fair because wolves don't have thumbs. We give Carneus the raw ebony, and he pays us 100 gold. Oh, but we also get a stock certificate. Wow, we're paid with stock options. If we do more quests and improve Raven Rock, the certificate will appreciate in value. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Before leaving, let's buy some more ammo from Xeno. 400 iron bolts should be good for now. Even turn a profit thanks to that enchanted dagger. Back to Raven Rock. Fortunately, we can charter a boat from the Fort Frostmoth dock now and get there just a bit faster. When we return, Falco tells us about this Nord, Hraldar the Strange, who's disrupting the company's operations. Carneus would just prefer we kill the guy, but Falco suggests we just rough him up. He's a kinder fellow, Falco. And this is why I took hand to hand. A fully drawn back fist deals half your hand-to-hand level as damage to the enemy's fatigue before knocking the opponent down. With a low hand-to-hand level, we'll be missing a lot and doing very little damage. With a level that's too low, we might not be able to out-damage Hraldar's natural fatigue regeneration. He doesn't attack us back though, so we can stand behind him in sneak mode and get free sneak attacks by punching him in the butt. It still takes a while though. But after we punch his butt enough, he gives up and Falco pays us 1,000 gold for our efforts and then sends us off to Carneus to tell him the news. But we gotta walk back because there's no boat available at Raven Rock yet. Soon though. Rather than fighting these 2 wolves by myself, let me show you the power of the Wood Elves. And now he's our friend for 600 seconds. Oh man.
He's dead.
What the? Oh.
Oh,
Don't you
polar
hate
bear.
it when you backpedal into a polar bear? If I had a nickel, Here's something that crossed my mind while doing this quest. Why is ebony a mineral? In real life, ebony is a type of wood, and not like a specific species of wood, but like a category of dark hardwood. So what's the deal with ebony in the Elder Scrolls? What's going on? Well, I looked it up, and it's actually the blood of Lorcan, allegedly at least. After Ariel and Trinimac ripped out Lorcan's
Allegedly,
heart
I
of
like
the
that. That's a good
Adamantium
spin on
Tower
it.
over in modern-day High Rock, they chucked it across Tamriel. It landed in Vardenfell, Red Mountain, where it remained for thousands of years. As it flew, Lorcan's blood spilled across the land, leaving ebony deposits behind. This is why there's so much ebony in Morrowind and trace amounts in Skyrim. It makes the crafting of Daedric armor in Skyrim much more sensible. Add the heart of a Daedra to the blood of an Aedra. A Petamaic Aedra, but whatever. Carneus is disappointed that we didn't just
Elder Scrolls
off
6 is
Nord,
gonna be
but as
fucked,
long as the
like
work
Warlock,
continues,
because
he's
of,
satisfied.
Elder
After
Scrolls
waiting
Online?
3 days for our next task, Carneus tells us a supply ship should have arrived
God
from the
Howard.
mainland, and he wants us to check up on the delivery with Falco. Of course, when we get back to Raven Rock, we learn the ship never arrived. Falco is not all that surprised since Carneus never commissioned a dock to be built, at least not one big enough to accommodate a supply ship. We do have a small dock though, so we can travel back and forth from Fort Frostmoth now. It's nice. But the missing supply ship is our priority. Gammon Gareth, the putz that punched me to death in a different Kalpa, headcanon all branching save files are different Kalpas. He says he saw some lights to the northwest. Raiders? Reavers? Suppliers?
I actually don't know how
Who
they
can
fucked
say?
in the Elder
Maybe
Scrolls
he should have
Online,
told
but-
Falco. On the way out of the camp, we jump once
Yeah,
and are
the
now
game's
able
gonna
to
come out
rest
like
and
2030.
meditate on what we've learned. Level 2. Strength, agility, and speed. In case I miss any level ups, come back to this part of the video and rewatch it because all my level ups will be exactly like this. Strength, agility, speed. All the other attributes, I don't care about.
You Inwa.
Oh, Dark
Oh,
Brotherhood.
Dark Brotherhood.
Oh my god. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Should have installed that mod that delays their attack. Oh well. We're coming up to the first real challenge of this run, Draugr. If you're only familiar with Skyrim's Draugr, or Oblivion Zombies for that matter, you're in for a surprise. Morrowind's Draugr are fast. It's not so bad since we're out in the open right now, but imagine entering a tomb and having one of these guys bolting right up to you. Thankfully, they don't hit very hard. I can actually survive a hit or two from these guys. They stagger pretty reliably too, assuming you can actually get a hit off, and they look stupid as hell when they do get hit. Even with no fatigue like right now, my accuracy is still around 60%. It's not that bad. But having full fatigue is still better, so running into new cells to rest up is still a viable option. I'm gonna have to rely on it pretty liberally. This cave is public property, so I can't rest to restore my health for some reason. Full fatigue is good though. Oh no, Wolf, don't start with the— wait, I can tame him. Get him, pup.
Nice. Oh, it's not dead yet.
Good job. Betrayal. Perhaps I should have foreseen this. One
Oh,
Draugr left. Something I
that's
was wondering
hilarious.
was why Draugr are so damn fast in this game, but not nearly as fast in Skyrim. You know, what changed? They're based on real folklore creatures, Scandinavian in origin, so it makes sense that they'd be in Skyrim. So I looked into them. They're not zombies in the sense that they're just reanimated corpses. They're more like corporeal ghosts. So they have all these wacky supernatural powers like superhuman strength and the ability to enter dreams and create darkness. Just create darkness. They just make it dark, I guess. Oh, and they can shapeshift and swim through stone. Yeah. What I'm imagining is a bunch of medieval Norse folk sitting around a hearth, one-upping each other about some monster they said they saw. Everyone adding something more and more ridiculous. And I was able to escape. That's nothing. I saw one that could do roundhouse kicks. Anyway, I think the speed gives them the appearance of swimming through walls when you're in a crypt. They just kind of show up out of nowhere, like
came
they
from
no
Snorri,
through the
didn't it?
scenery. Know of any other weirdly overpowered folklore creatures or obscure facts about commonly known
It's
ones?
documented by
I'd love to hear
Snorri.
it. This isn't just a ploy for engagement. I'm actually curious. This stuff is interesting. Did you know Sphinx and Sphincter share etymologies? I'd explain why, but I have to escort this lady back to Ravenrock. Well, actually, I have to get some pics off the ship. It's an optional part of the quest that I thought was mandatory at the time.
Yeah, it's
but
true,
it's
actually.
optional, and if I had known that.
Oh, this guy's Icelandic? I thought, no, yeah. He's the guy he wrote the Prozetta. Or authored or compiled portions of the Prozetta. He is the reason we know about Norse mythology. I didn't know he's Icelandic, though.
I wouldn't have actually done it. But you can get 3,000 gold for bringing all 6 back to Falco. But how on earth do you get onto the boat? Well, let's skip ahead a bit because I spent a good 15 minutes trying to get up this dumb friggin' rock. I guess the assumption is you'd use a levitate spell or a potion or something. Or you just have higher acrobatics because you won't be level 2 and you'd be able to clear this jump pretty easy. By stripping down and dropping everything in my inventory and jumping around like a lunatic, I realized I should try jumping from an angle. And sure enough, it worked. I collected the picks, picked all my stuff back up, and headed back for Raven Rock. But where was the lady? Oh, she's up on the ship. You know, in most scenarios, the dickhead you're escorting needs to be right up against you to actually load into the new cell with you. But this woman, she was standing on the rocks in the ocean and still managed to follow me up into the ship, loading into the ship's interior cell, trapping her on the goddamn boat. So I reloaded, told her to stay put, went through the whole process of dropping my stuff, jumping on the ship, collecting the picks, jumped off, re-geared, then had her follow me. Now we can return to Raven Rock.
That's quite good.
This berserker looks different.
I'll have to ask Chick about the
God,
Draugr.
how much health does he have? What the? I'm not even making a dent. Oh my god, this is a werewolf. Oh, I can't do this. Come on, lady. Just run away. You know, all things considered, good on her for surviving this long.
Please be careful.
It's like a horror movie. Look at him. All right, I got an idea.
Those slaughterfish, I need those scales for that farmer dude.
I just can't thank you enough for rescuing me from that horrible shipwreck guy that's totally not a werewolf. Why does everyone keep saying it like that? I'm not a werewolf. Falco gives us 3k for the picks, and he tells us to report back to Carne Asada, who gives us 300 gold. How generous. If we wait 3 days, he tells us to go bother Falco for an assignment because he doesn't want to look at us. And he's rude. Excuse me. Dude, move. Why are the halls this narrow, Bethesda? And shouldn't they spiral the other way? So a right-handed defender attacking from above would have an easier time attacking the attackers coming from below? Or is that just a myth? Maybe the majority of people in Tamriel are left-handed. Perhaps this is a mirror universe where the chirality is flipped. Ooh, the consequences for chemistry is staggering. That's where magic comes from. We should flip the chirality of all of our biology, we become magic, or we die. Can you tell this part of the voiceover is being recorded on a different day? At this point in the Raven Rock questline, we can either side with Falco or Carneus. But it doesn't matter because we're ditching this questline after this next quest, the one that gets the trader into the colony. I'll go with Falco just because I'm here already. He asks if we want to bring in a smith or a trader. We'll go with the trader because they have the potential to carry some interesting marksman items. It's random, so it might not be all that interesting, but let's roll the dice. But before the trader will get built, we have to go back to Carneus and let him know our decision. While we're here, again, let's carry on with the main quest. With the matter of the forts of morale being solved and the alcohol being discovered, oh, the shipment was found. The captain now wants us to investigate some weapons that are being smuggled away from the camp. We can proceed with the help of one of 2 soldiers, Sanius Lucius or Gaia Artoria. The former is more a talker than a fighter, the latter is a fighter, not a talker. I'm going with Gaia because we need a fighter, trust me. Lucius would actually be the better option if we had an invisibility spell. I'll explain why in a bit. It makes sense that Zeno would know something about the missing weapons, and because we raised his disposition earlier with booze, he's more than willing to tell us what he's heard. To the northeast in the Gandrung Caverns, a few soldiers are storing weapons there. Likely the weapons that are going missing. They're the smugglers. But we're not going to go there just yet. This is how it always is. There's some really good items I need to loot first. Super good items. Items we're going to want before we go into this next phase of the main quest. We'll stop by Raven Rock again and update Falco so we can get started constructing the trade house. We'll need to talk to Carneus again before it finally opens, so that too is backburnered. But right now we got to go to Thirsk. It's this little, not a village, it's like a mead hall, kind of in the middle of the island. And if you've played Blood Moon before, I'm pretty sure you know what's waiting for me there.
You won't escape me that easily.
So, if this were happening in real life, obviously these guys wouldn't survive a dozen crossbow bolts to the chest, and if they did, they wouldn't still be running at full speed at me. But if they could survive these attacks, how long do you think it would take before both sides just realize that we're both wasting our time? How long does a fight have to go on before everybody just forgets why we're there? And we all just walk away? Well, I guess if the 100 Years' War is an indication of anything, quite a while.
Blam. She just team killed her.
At least we got a level out of it. Strength, agility, and speed. Loot from these guys isn't that interesting. Ooh, lockpicks. Somewhat interesting. And a new hat. This is a wolf, I guess.
God damn,
Behind the
like
Thirsk Mead Hall is a hollow stump. And in that stump is a pair of enchanted gloves with Fortify Sneak and Fortify Security for 20 points each. Constant effects, by the way. There's also a ring that gives 20 points of Night Eye and 20 points of Marksman. Super powerful for this build. There's also Shadow Sting, a sword with a weird enchantment, 5 points of poison for 20 seconds, cool, and 200 to 100% Chameleon for 20 seconds on the target. 200 to 100%, and you turn the target invisible.
That's like the opposite of the
Finally,
ring in
5
Lord of the Rings when he
ebony
gets
arrows of
stabbed.
Slain. Damage health 5,000
Turns him
points
invisible.
for 1 second on target. Basically, I have 5 instant kills. Quite powerful, quite dear, to be treasured and used only when absolutely necessary. I already know one enemy.
The big
I'm gonna
empty
use this
was
on, for
which?
sure. Try to guess what it is. Oh, engagement.
This was the dome thing? Yeah, I remember this. That was you get a shit ton of loot in that one.
Gundren Cavern.
But there's not really any quests.
Jesus, Gaia. Chill out. It's just a rat. I love the gumption, but I need you to save that passion for the other guys. Okay, here's the first enemy. They're really strong, they have a lot of health,
cool.
and they shrug off my bolts like I'm shooting them with spitballs. Gaia does pretty good damage. The problem is, if I want to run away and not get one shot, she has trouble catching up. One piece of good news though, their attacks are so strong, it doesn't matter that all their weapons have a paralysis effect on them. I die in one hit regardless, so effectively, I'm immune to paralysis. Oh yeah, they heal up to full at half health too. You see why I took Marksman? That took about 5 minutes of constant kiting, and we'll sell his enchanted axe. An on-strike paralysis enchant sounds useful, but my axe skill is like 5, so I have no interest in using it. And here's why I took security. These chests are all over the island, and they can contain decent loot, sometimes. In this case, 15 Viper arrows, poison 4 to 7 points for 10 seconds. Not bad. I just need a bow to use them. We'll get one later. Ooh, more lock chests. Scroll of Ondusi's
Wait, I don't remember the
cool.
lockpick.
That's actually a good sign because that
him?
means these chests can roll on the random scroll loot table, so we might find some pretty powerful scrolls. Or we might not. We probably won't. Also a weak fire damage ring and a short duration blind ring. I don't know if I'll actually use these, but I'll take them since rings barely weigh anything anyway. Wish I could pick this level 80 chest. What mysteries do you hold? We'll never know.
You're not even trying.
Well, that's the best they had with the technology that they had.
Hey, this
Technology
is working
isn't
pretty
there.
well. He's not covering much ground between the staggers. If... Shit.
It's an orc?
Gotta keep these fights 2v1. 2v2 is a fair fight, and fair fights are dumb. Okay, Gaia. Wait here, and don't run in like a maniac. I'll lure this guy out.
Go ahead, stranger.
You'll be dead soon.
No.
Excellent. Now, we kite.
You're not even trying.
2 down, 3 to go. Oh, thank Talos for these repair hammers, I tell you. Alright, orc's coming.
Yes, friend.
Well, don't just yes friend me, help. I said earlier, invisibility with Lucius makes this part of the quest a lot easier. If you picked Lucius, you can talk to the smuggler's leader and come to a deal. With invisibility, you can leave Lucius at the start of the dungeon, sneak through the caverns, and talk to the leader without fighting anyone. Lucius doesn't even need to be with you.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Anyway, this orc's kicking my ass. He's fast as hell, and Gaia is having a lot of trouble keeping up with him. I'm bringing him to the front of the caverns because kiting him here in this long hallway is a lot easier than dealing with bumps and rocks and weird tunnel geometry. And if I need to, I can run out of the cave and rest. Come on. Almost dead. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Ooh, man. It's like there's a wasp in the other room, and someone in the house already swatted it, but you don't know if it's dying or it's just really pissed, and someone has to go back into that room. Gaia, what do you do? Attack him!
You're not.
Jeez. Okay, 2 more left. Oh, another orc. Why are they so fast?
Alright, bro. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up in the morning to go see my mom. I will save this for later. Good night. Good night, Buzzard. Good night, Crazy Ninja Art. Where the fuck is he? Yeah, he's ghosting me just because he got a raise and I didn't. I ain't getting a raise, bro. I'm capped out pretty much. I get fucked all. I get fuck all as a tutor. Tutors get fucking smashed. What does this mean? This guy looks pretty interesting. Sure, rest in peace, Mitten Squad, eh? I cannot believe he died. I thought that was a joke. This guy, Mitten Squad. He did the Can You Beat series. Can you beat Skyrim by only using shouts? Basically the same thing as the alopecia.
In
dude.
the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the problem solved itself when I stepped on a pressure plate that passed through Orville on a molecular level, destroying him from the inside out. With the Golden Claw in my possession, I got my first shout, and the next issue was the Draugr Overlord. I turned to Bethesda's favorite pacifist for the answer. I don't know how.
He made good videos, like quite good videos. This one has 6.4 million views. His top video has 10 million views. Saj, bro.
Why are they so...
Okay. Yeah, it's big Saj. Good night, Aquaboot 88. Goof night.